Okay, so for today's session, we are discussing the topic which is more complex quadratic equations. So these are the equations which are not straightforwardly a quadratic equation, but some other form. These equations could be converted easily into a quadratic equation and then could be solved like a quadratic equation, and finally whatever the assumption that we make for making the life easier, in the final steps, we can go back to that assumption and find the values for the original value. So the example that I'm solving here, it is an example where we are given with the variable which has the highest power of 4 in the equation. So there must be 4 answers to this equation. To solve this equation with convenience, we are going to make an assumption. And that assumption is going to be that y is equal to x squared. So now how can we use this assumption? This x raised to 4 would be written as x squared, the square of the x squared, minus we have 37x squared plus 9 equal to 0. And now we are going to use this assumption that we were talking about. So the new form of this equation could be 4y squared, because x squared is replaced as y, and that square which was written on x squared would now be applied on y. And then we have minus 37y plus 9 is equal to 0. Now that complex equation has changed into a simple quadratic equation. And the next thing that we can do here is break our middle term, which would be minus 1 and minus 36. So now the 3 terms are changed into 4 terms. If I try to take a common from the first 2 terms, answer would be 4y minus 1, 4, and then we can take minus 9 as common. So it would become 4y minus 1 is equal to 0. And now we can take 4y minus 1 as common. So we will be left with y minus 9 equal to 0. Now, one by one, both of the factors could be equated with 0. 4y minus 1 equal to 0. This will give us 4y equal to 1. So the value for y is going to be equal to 1 upon 4 here. And the second factor, y minus 9 is equal to 0. Solving this one will give us the value of y as 9. Now, after solving the equation for y, we need to go back to that assumption that y was equal to x squared. So the first value of y, 1 upon 4, would also be equal to x squared. And we need to take square root on both sides. So x would be equal to plus minus 1 upon 2, because 1 and 4 both are perfect squares. Similarly, y was equal to x squared. So the value of y, another value of y is 9. And if we take a square root on both sides, then x is going to be equal to plus minus 3. So this is how we got 4 values of x. And the original equation, it was given to be with a power of 4, x raised to 4. So we were expecting to get 4 solutions from this equation when we solve it. And to solve it, we made an assumption, and that changed the equation in a simple quadratic equation. We solved it like we solve a quadratic equation. And finally, when we get the values of y, we return those values to this assumption and find out the original value, find out the values for the original variable x. So this is how we solve these sort of complex quadratic
We try to explain complex concepts in simple language and with effective examples. If you like the video and the way we explain the subject, consider liking this tutorial, commenting on it and subscribing to our channel, and press the bell icon, so that you stay updated and get notified when we upload more videos. Thanks for watching.